Welcome to Kentucky Horsepower, the official podcast of the Kentucky Automobile Dealers Association. Welcome to another edition of Kentucky Horsepower, the official podcast of the Kentucky Auto Dealers Association. I am Jason Wilson, president of the association, and joining me this morning is Caitlin Carlisle, KADA's communications director. Good morning, Caitlin.
Morning, Jason. Good to be here.
Good to have you with us. And the purpose of this podcast and what we're sending out today is to really highlight and give everyone an overview of what to expect at our upcoming KADA convention, which is right around the corner.
Yes, right around the corner indeed. We've been planning this for a really long time. Kind of crazy that it's already here, but really looking forward to seeing everybody in a couple weeks now.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'll start with reminding, and I think everybody knows at this point, this is a 4-state convention. So it's Kentucky, it's our friends in Virginia, our friends in West Virginia, and our friends in Maryland. So we're going to have a big group of folks there, and it should create a really fun dynamic.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time. We're going to have lots of fun events going on. There's going to be lots of opportunities for networking, getting together, hearing from great speakers. This is going to be a really, really extra special event this year for sure.
So let's just jump into it. So Monday, June 19th is the date that our folks will come in. Some will probably come in early just to enjoy the property, which if you haven't been to the Greenbrier before, it's amazing. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've had a number of dealers that have said they're really excited to come to this event, that they haven't been to the Greenbrier for years, and that sort of thing. So Monday is arrival day. Let's start with that too. There were some questions regarding just attire and whatnot, checking in, things of that nature. You can come totally casual for check-in. There's no dress requirement to register, to go and get your room and those sort of things. So shorts are fine. Be comfortable. You'll have presumably been in the car or have flown for a period of time, and so just plan on your arrival being comfortable, and there's no requirements from that standpoint. And so I just want to address that for starters. But we'll have registration that afternoon, and then we'll kick off that evening with the opening party for cocktails and dinner, and that's outside at the North Lawn. Tell us a couple nuggets about that, Caitlin, and what we can expect that night.
Well, first of all, I know that we are extremely excited because we will have our chairman, Joe Cummins band performing. And remind me, what is the name of their band again?
The Somerset Big Band will be the feature act that evening, and I know Joe's excited about it.
It's going to be great. I think, we're all looking forward to it. I'm sure they're going to put on a great show. We're going to be, outside dancing a little bit, enjoying the mood. And it's also the theme for our opening night is going to be Candyland. So
the board game, right? From
the board game. Yes, exactly.
From way back. And that was around when you were a little kid. I know it was around when I was, but I'm a little older.
Yeah, I vaguely remember it, but I believe yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So we're encouraging everybody to sort of, be inspired by Candyland, the game, candy in general, dress up, think, bright colors, sparkles, your favorite candy. Definitely, get dressed up, have some fun if you'd like. Yeah. So
there's a lot of leeway or latitude for folks to get creative and dress up how they want to get dressed up. And I know we'll have some, we'll send out some links and things of that nature to promote some ideas and things like that, like we did last year. So it should be a lot of fun. It is outdoor. Obviously, we always have a backup plan if the weather doesn't work well for us, but hopefully, fingers crossed, because if we can be outside, it's gonna be all the better. And we're actually gonna have some games set up as well, right, for the kids.
Yep. There'll be games
or the adults. They want to play too. Hey,
exactly. Yeah, there'll be games for people of all ages. Let's put it that way. So it'll be
good. So I'm very excited about that. So that's Monday night, the 19th, and then we roll into our general sessions Tuesday morning, and we'll kick off with breakfast. Of course, we'll have a group breakfast, and we'll have exhibitors that will be set up. So a number of our sponsors will be having tables set up, and I encourage everyone to please go by and at least thank them for being there, for participating. The financial commitment to these events is pretty extraordinary, and we couldn't do this without the sponsors. So I ask you all, it means a lot to them to be able to at least make a connection, chat with you, etc. Because I know, we have a number of them set up, and then so enough said. And that they'll be set up throughout the entire session that morning, so you can, whether you go out on a break or whatnot, just stop by and say hello. And we have some really good sponsors. I think we'll have some folks that our dealers will actually be interested in talking to. They provide some neat solutions to a number of things. And so from that standpoint, that should be good. Let's talk about our speakers, Caitlin. We have, I know you're going to attach sort of the breakdown, but from an overall feel of speakers, what would you say about the group we have this year?
No, we've got an incredible group of speakers this year. We've got some new faces, some old faces. I will encourage. I'll leave
old faces, familiar faces,
familiar faces,
not old. But no, we have some really good folks there. And I'm not going to go through the whole lineup of speakers that will be attached here. I'd encourage you to check it out, though. Some of these speakers I've seen numerous times, and I know are going to bring it. And we have some new speakers as well that I think are really going to be our folks will really find interesting. So as we talk about the things that are challenging in our industry right now, about all the change that we have happening right now, and trying to find ways to capitalize on change. In other words, change is not a bad thing. And part of our theme here that we're going to be discussing and in these sessions is how to be able to adapt to change and thrive in these times of change. So that'll be in the morning. It'll be, again, all 4 states together in a very large room in these general sessions. And then we'll break at, I think, noon is when we're breaking on that day. Is that right?
Yep, that is correct. Yep.
And then for those of you that are on the board, we'll also do our board meeting that afternoon. And Tuesday, June 20th will be our board meeting time. We'll get that knocked out. And then the rest of the afternoon, your activities will be on your own. But then let's talk about that night, Caitlin. What do we have going on Tuesday night?
Yeah, we've got a big evening on Tuesday. We're going to be celebrating KADA's 85th birthday.
Wow.
Which is going to be an incredible event. We have a lot of really, really great things planned. I'll throw out one, which I think everyone will be interested to hear. There's going to be a little moonshine tasting, which, I think everyone will enjoy. There's going to be a lot of fun little surprises during the event. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, I know my friend Jared, who runs West Virginia, said, I see you guys are doing moonshine. That's what we do in my state. And I said, look, we are, of course, the bourbon capital of the world, but we're going to venture off and do some things different. And to my friends, my bourbon enthusiast friends that are attending, there will be bourbon on hand, but we are going to do something unique as well. So that should be fun. And that's at Kate's Mountain Lodge, part of the property, which is really neat. Has some nice, just a really neat part of the property that a lot of folks don't typically see. I've been to this property a few times for various events, and this will be the first time I've been to an event at Cape Mountains Lodge. So I think it'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's going to be incredible. It's going to be really cool.
So very much looking forward to that. And then and that evening, look, just be comfortable. We don't have it's a birthday party. There's not a theme dress sort of thing. So just be comfortable and dress appropriate for the weather.
Yeah, we are definitely encouraging no real theme, but if you'd like to wear black and blue, absolutely throw it on, just in celebration of Kentucky and KADA, as those are.
That's sort of the colors that we've had decorated. So if you want to be color coordinated, you can't go wrong with blue, which is always in our logo, and the blue and black sort of theme works as well. So for those looking for ideas, but there's certainly no expectation from that standpoint.
Yep, exactly.
So then we jump into Wednesday, and Wednesday we have another morning group session. We'll have exhibitors that'll be available as well to speak to the group breakfast again, and then we'll just jump right into our general session. And again, great speakers on tap for that. And we're going to go to about 11:30 on that. Mm-hmm. And that also on that day, we're going to do a Kentucky only part of the meeting as well. So we'll break out from the group when we're done with the general session. We'll break out to a Kentucky only session where we will discuss things that are very state specific to us, because we want to have some time with you all to talk about some of the new initiatives that are coming, some of the things that we're doing as an association. So we'll break out and have some time just for ourselves as well to talk about all things important KDA from that standpoint. And we have golf that afternoon, right?
Yes, we have golf that afternoon at the Meadows. So we'll sort of meet and assemble around like noon to hand out lunches and everything. And then we'll be,
Okay.
those who signed up and registered to golf will be golfing all afternoon at the Meadows, which I've heard is a great course. I'm not a golfer myself. I heard it's beautiful. I've seen pictures. It looks great.
I think everyone's really going to enjoy that. So the golfers out there, enjoy it. And if you're not golfing, again, the property has so many things to do. So feel free to explore the property. And we'll have, you can go to, obviously the website has all that stuff listed out. They have a fantastic spa for those wanting to do things with the spa. I'd recommend you, get that on the schedule if that's something you want to do. But there's, no shortage of things, too numerous to mention here. Kayla, is there anything that sticks out that you want to mention or talk about, or from that standpoint?
I'm actually trying to think of all the activities. No, but definitely, like you said, what I'll do and what I've done in some of the communications is I'll send out a link so that everyone can go on and check out all of the activities, because there really is such an enormous amount of indoor and outdoor activities. There's activities that are great for kids. There's like, I believe I saw some like scavenger hunts, fun things like that. There's a host of activities that are available to everybody. So I'll send out a link with some more information for that, so you can pick and choose how you'd like to spend your time. But yeah, the Greenbrier it's an incredible property. There's a lot.
And of course, they have a great pool and all that as well. I mean, sometimes it's just as simple as wanting to hang out by the pool and relax a little bit. So again, it'll be a lot of fun for everybody. And then we will reconvene that evening. So when everyone's done with golf and doing their own thing, that'll be our sort of closing reception buffet dinner. Talk about the theme to that and what we're doing there.
Yeah, so our theme that evening will be sort of Dia de los Muertos inspired, which is as some of you have heard, the Day of the Dead, the Mexican holiday. But we're transitioning into it, Dia de los Dealers, so a dealer day, still inspired by this beautiful Mexican holiday. Think sort of like Coco and Encanto, the really, really fun Disney movies. So it's going to be sombreros, maybe some ponchos, fun bright colors.
All right. So if I want to wear a sombrero, that's the night to do it, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Bust out the sombrero that night.
All right. And that is going to be again, that while the night before is just Kentucky only, that night will be with our other dealer friends in some of our other states. So again, it'll be a big crowd, should be a lot of fun. We'll close out that evening and from that standpoint, and then Thursday it's everyone leaves and goes back home, goes back to work, and that wraps it up, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And I'd like to make mention of one thing. All of this information you will see that we just spoke about will be, sending email blasts and links and what have you. But aside from that, we will have the convention app again this year. So just like we had last year, it was a huge hit. And so all of the information that anyone is going to need during their stay at convention can be found in the app. You'll be able to see the speakers, see speaker profiles. You'll be able to see the full agenda. You'll get notifications about our events. So we're going to utilize the same app that we did last year. So you can find everything you need right in the app, which is great.
Yeah, and we'll let everyone know when that's available so they can download it well ahead of time and get familiar with everything. But in the meantime, of course, if any of you have any questions, feel free to give us a call. But I do want to say, as we close here, that the amount of work and effort that's been put into this by all involved, Caitlin, Melissa, Peach especially has been involved. The other states, it has been a really coordinated effort. It's been a lot of work, and I want to recognize those that have been putting in what I think is going to just be an amazing event, something really unique that we'll be able to enjoy together. So, Caitlin, thanks for your work as well. And again, Melissa, who has been, I can promise you, she's working on it as we speak, because it's just been very an ongoing thing. And there's a lot of challenges when you get all these groups and the amount of people. But folks, we're excited about it. It's coming up here very soon. We're going to be able to spend time together, have a lot of fun together. And we very much look forward to everyone at the Greenbrier in West Virginia, and we will see you then. So that will wrap up this edition of Kentucky Horsepower, and the next time we'll communicate in person will be very soon at the Greenbrier, West Virginia. So looking forward to seeing all of you there. Thank you to all the sponsors as well, who you'll see a listing of that. We couldn't do this without all of our sponsors, and we'll look forward to spending some time together here real soon. Thank you much.